I don't know how much longer the podcast can go.
Really? Why is that?
Well, if the Blues keep winning,
Yeah.
the throat awareness is going to get worse.
That's true.
And I might lose my throat. So the podcast is in real danger of not existing in the next month or so because I won't be able to talk.
Well, I'll obviously be able
You
to
will
do
be
some
able to
heavy
talk.
lifting. Yeah.
Go on the Saints, but
Yeah.
just flagging it now, throat awareness massive for Blue Baggers.
Yeah.
Massive. So would you be able to carry the ship?
I'll be willing and able to swap seats anytime you want.
How do you reckon you go?
I think I'd do it right. I think
People have suggested we should swap roles.
Yeah. I mean, for how long? How long would you want to do
You
that
wouldn't
for?
last a second in this seat, mate.
That's true. I wouldn't. I
wouldn't.
don't have that enthusiasm. My
Yeah,
mind
true.
just,
True.
I work
So I'm
differently.
okay. Well, I'm flagging that early.
Okay.
If the Blues keep winning, we're in danger of throat awareness and the city burning down because who knows what'll happen. Play the
Hey
sting.
guys, welcome to the Dan Does Footy podcast. You can find more of Dan Does Footy on the website, Spotify, YouTube and social media. Lids off. See ya.
There was heaps of sick kids and I was like, where are they? Kick him harder. Kick him all harder. Punch him in the face. I'm bloody horizontally challenged, if you get what I mean. Boner. Tough crowd today. Should we say this is the line? If you don't hear the next bit, it's over the line? Okay, so if you don't hear the next bit, I've got over the line. Who's just walked past Punt Road? Who dips him? Hey, welcome to Monday, guys. What an amazing week of football. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. We absolutely love that you do. I am up and about. Blue Baggers back in town. Pies lose. Essendon lose. Everything is right in the world. I walk around Melbourne this morning for my walk and my coffee and a lot more smiles. A lot more smiles on the faces of the people in Melbourne because, no coincidence, Collingwood lost.
It's true.
I mean, you'd be happy about that, wouldn't you?
Oh, always.
Always.
You got to take the wins where you can find them. Absolutely.
How was your weekend?
It was all right. Got scammed.
Oh, here we go. Amex
Yeah.
is cooked again, is it?
No, Facebook Marketplace scam.
Oh my God. Thank you for reminding me that. You go first.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just annoyed. Just found a couch, and it was nearby, and they said, "Yep, no worries, we can deliver it to you tomorrow morning. That's fine."
Yeah.
So just pay $50 deposit for delivery,
And you did that?
and I did that, and then
your first error.
called them in the morning.
Yep.
Phone didn't go through. Ding, 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 straight away, and I went,
Oh,
Facebook
no.
profile deleted.
Oh, no.
But then here's the good thing. I'm going to stay on it because they keep posting on Facebook Marketplace.
Give us a name.
Well, the first one was Emma Moss, wherever you are, Emma Moss.
Emma, you rat.
And then it changed to Josephine.
Josephine, you scumbag
Yeah.
rat.
But they upload the same photo and the same bio.
What is it?
Oh, well, it's a Eureka brown leather couch. Normally going for $350, it looks like, for their ads.
So you think they're scamming multiple people here?
Well, they are. And so then I messaged back, went, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm on to you.
So
Cops
I'm
have been
involved in this
cold.
now?
Yeah, you're involved.
Okay. Yeah, you need to get your money back.
So-
what couch is it? A Eureka couch?
Yeah, Eureka.
What's a Eureka couch?
It's just like a nice little 3-seater brown leather. Kind of looks a bit 70s.
Hey,
Yeah.
casting.
But anyway, it's all right.
Whoa.
Other than that, Saints was flattening.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
You guys stink. Sorry.
I know. That's fine.
I'm trying to be positive on a Mondays, but that absolute stink festival. How was your performance out there? 'Cause you were back?
Yeah, I was back, and the reading out the team list was probably where I came into my own. Lots of number 16, the Silver Service, Dan Butler.
Anyone else you want to highlight?
Yeah, Ari Showmaker, I went the shoe. That was good.
And how was the crowd receiving that?
Yeah, they liked it.
All
I
three of them.
probably put the right amount of zhuzh, like I didn't get carried away. There was the only notable thing that happened from my end was before the game, I walked past Marcus Winghager. And
Oh, no.
No. And he went, "Hey, mate." And I went to fist bump him, but I went, "Hey, Tim Singer." And he went, "What?" And I went, "Sorry, I'm not really sure. How are you, mate?"
I'm not sure what
Just
came
a
out
full
then.
thing.
Wow.
Got the jitters around him.
You've done, I mean, emceeing in front of 4 people is nerve-wracking. You know,
There are over 20 there, mate.
When I turned the TV on and I saw 4 people, could count them on the screen, that's when I knew, okay, this thing's probably, people are jumping off the ship here.
There were over 20.
No way there was over 20.
There was. I don't know what to tell you.
Google it. Google the fixture and the crowd. And
I can't work this out. You normally, you just Google the AFL
go to
fixture and it
AFL.com
says,
and go to the match report. It should say down the bottom, best players and crowd attendance. If there's over 20,000,
then what?
I'll give you that hot tour.
Oh, I'd rather not, thank you. Okay.
You got it?
I'm on the thing now. I'm telling you, it was...
No way.
Yeah.
I know my crowds, mate. There's not 20 there.
What? How many do you reckon?
14.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Okay, it wasn't over 20.
How many was there?
18,052.
Oh, okay. It's more than I thought.
Yeah.
I knew it was under 20.
Yeah, well, someone said that was going to be the...
You said you got to get 38,000 there 2 weeks ago. You guys stink. No one's going to watch you guys.
Yeah, well, I think given the 10% issue that we had in last week's episode, maths and counting, numbers...
Not great.
It's just
yeah,
not
I mean,
my
last
thing.
week was a funny week because we started off horribly. Not horribly, just down on form.
With the first episode of the week, yeah.
And then I told you to stop with the Harry Potter references. You kept bringing them in. And haven't you just found a niche with Harry Potter that we didn't think existed? Is there a kind of another saying for... It was like platform 3 4/4.
3. That's the sort of thing I'd say.
That's what you ran into it and now you found it.
And now I found it. Yeah, it's weird. I'm... It's just a gratifying feeling, I guess, for myself. Because I don't tend to talk about Harry Potter with my friends, you know?
So you bring it here into this world.
Yeah, it's like rehab for me, I guess. I just get to open up. But it's just nice to know how many people are thinking similar to me.
So we're going to... I want us to start vlogging more for the channel.
Yeah.
Maybe the first one is us going to a Quidditch match. Or the Harry Potter world down in Franga.
Well,
is it Frankston or?
It's that way, down
way.
the coast. Well, which would you prefer?
Ugh, not going to Frankston.
Okay,
For the
well then.
strong tip. Get stabbed out there. Last time I went to the shopping mall down there, I almost got shivved.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How many bottles of Jack Daniels did you have to buy someone?
None. Thank God. Maybe that's the issue.
Yeah.
Where's that Harry Potter world? Maybe we go there.
Yeah, so we've got the Dark Forest experience.
Okay.
Or we could go to, what's the gardens where the hospital is in Pran area?
Faulkner Park.
Faulkner Park. They play a lot of Quidditch there, so we could go do that.
We can go hang out there and see what happens.
Yeah,
The
we'll
vlog.
go. Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, well, we'll try. I want to. I want to go to the hotline straight away because it's melted again.
Ooh.
But I don't know. I haven't raised this with you. We have a serious. Back to your marketplace thing. We have another marketplace scam, which has come in on the emails. I don't know if I should say the name here of who got scammed.
So
if
what's the
I say it-
context? What do you mean? So like someone's approached you saying...
someone's emailed us saying
Yeah.
they need help. They've been scammed on Facebook Marketplace, but by an upcoming draftee in this year's draft. So maybe I tell the story, and after I tell it, you decide if we're going to beat the names out. And if we
Okay.
do that, obviously the listeners will hear that.
Okay. Yep. Do you
Should I say the guy's name who said it or not? Geordie. Leave it at that.
Yep.
His number is 041. Lads, I don't know where else to take this but to the Premier Sports new outlet, that is DDF.
Sure.
Correct. Something came across my desk and I thought I would handball it. Thank you. Recently, I was scammed on Facebook Marketplace. I found a push-pull hoodie from WA that I was after, and after a little haggling, I convinced this person to send it over to Vic, where I'm from. I transferred the money and kind of forgot about it. A few weeks later, I realised it hadn't come. I jump up Marketplace for a bit of a please explain. This profile and the listing are gone. Account has been deactivated. I was livid. Like you.
Yep.
After some pretty handy research through bank details, a profile picture that screenshotted, and some stalking, I realised I had been scammed by none other than a 2024 top 20 draft pick. I don't want to say the name.
Yeah, that's not...
Everyone loves him in WA. He plays for... This bloke owes me $75 and a bloody please explain. I found out so-and-so manages him and I'm close to bringing in the big dogs and taking him to court. This is out of principle. Anyway, what the fuck? P.S. Ollie, Lord of the Rings vibes, mate.
Well, that's lost on me, but thank you.
So how's that?
Come on, Harley.
So-
You're better than that.
A 2024 draftee has been on
Wow.
Marketplace selling a push-pull jumper and has scanned poor Geordie and then deactivated his account.
After my experience, I'm just hoping whoever this player is, maybe they just used his image. You know?
I mean, that's pretty random to be like, you know what image do I need here? A potential top 20, 2024 draft pick. Those stars don't align for me, Ollie.
But why would the player do that? I mean...
Young, 18. Mate, when I was drafted, I had no money. I was putting $20 in the car just to get A to B. Like I didn't have enough money to fill all the way to the top. So if you got a push-pull hoodie that's worth $50 or more than that, what do you say the price? He put a $50 deposit on.
Yeah.
So maybe it's worth $170.
Sure.
AFL needs to look into this.
So where do we take this now?
I don't know. I think
maybe raising awareness to hopefully, I guess this player listens.
raising
Let's just
Facebook Marketplace awareness
Yeah.
and sending the other stories being scammed. Love to
Yeah.
hear them. And also, if the player or someone knows who has done this,
Yep.
you have a week to hand yourself in.
We're onto them.
Otherwise, we release the name
Yep.
and we release the management and we call the management team.
Yep.
And take it further for Geordie.
Yep.
Okay, let's get in this hotline. Play this ding.
Panthers footy hotline, yeah. Panthers footy hotline, yeah. If you've got a problem or a solution, then leave a message and we might read it, unless we are really, really, really busy. Leave a message, yeah. A footy message, yeah. Leave a message,
Yeah, with that?
yeah.
Yeah,
Great, what up, mate? What a sting. Best sting going around the podcast right now. Absolutely sprayed the fuck out of my face. You won't see this unless you're on YouTube. A lot of water in the eye. Let's start with, for everyone who calls, thank you so much. The hotline blows up every week. It melts down. We have to get a new hotline every week. So thank you for calling up. Please keep calling up. It is hard for us to stay on top of it. What we do is normally scan after every 24 hours and just pluck a few that we think have some talking points in them. A lot are just people making weird noises. Like there's a lot of that in it, which is weird, and a lot of abusing me, which is fair enough after the Blues win. I expect a copper head to heat. So if you are calling, please keep calling. We love it. We will try to hopefully feature everyone, but knowing it's impossible. Let's start with the Melbourne game. And this guy's caught up before and has a real vendetta against Goody, and he's gone again.
Good Friday night of footy. What a really, really good game of footy. Just entertaining all round. Best team won. Is what I would be fucking saying if Simon Goodwin could fucking sort his shit out. What a fucking dead set moron. What the fuck are his tactics? He has to go. Who the fuck is he even talking to on his fucking headset when he's in the fucking dugout? Your coaching staff is a foot away from you. The crowd's not that fucking loud, mate. You don't need your fucking headset on. What the fuck is Neil Bullen thinking? Switching fucking codes to rugby league, calling up Billy Slater saying, hey, you see that? Get me in for Origin 3. What a fucking shit show. Cozzy Pickett, absolute fucking star, gets fucking robbed. Stephen May trying to punch a ball 3 metres behind a fucking clearance. He's on fucking Perth time with that ball coming in. Fuck me.
I love that guy. I forget his name. He didn't leave his name this time, but just an absolute dead set legend. Always angry about the D's. I mean, that was pretty cooked by them. Did you watch it Friday night?
Yeah, it wasn't great. But can I just say, that's a great pickup with the headset.
It is.
It's pretty funny.
I mean, isn't his staff up in the booth? And
I think the
box or
rest
not?
of his coaching staff clearly would be, but it's still pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, just get someone else on the phone to relay it down to you. Because the other coaches don't. Fly doesn't.
No.
Fossey doesn't have a headset on him.
No.
It's another assistant coach who's next to
Fossey
him.
on a chair, by the way.
Fossey's so chill with it, man. Fossey
He's
doesn't give a fuck
on a
about
white
what's going on out
plastic
there.
chair.
That's when you know you've hit ultimate chill level, when you're just sitting on a chair.
You're on a kick-ons chair.
Yeah, literally. He's at kick-ons when they play.
Yeah.
Just chilling. He's gone mute. Just looking at things going, how good's this?
Whatever.
Just loving life from, I like that pickup. Great pickup. That's when you know your team's not going well, when little things like that piss you off.
Yeah, totally.
Like 2 years ago, that would have pissed me off as a Carlton fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, right. Who's this again? Don't know.
I've literally just seen Brisbane come 1 inch away from being sent to Azkaban. Feel bad for Melbourne if it weren't for Stevie May's acting class last weekend. I am a Freo supporter and I'm pretty nervous for tomorrow's game against they who shall not be named. Actually, stuff it. Fear of the name only increases fear of the thing itself.
What the fuck is
Sydney.
this?
Let's bore them to death. Calm the Dockers.
I have no idea what that meant. I know that guy said something about Harry Potter, though, hasn't
Yeah.
he? What?
Well, Azkaban's the prison.
Put your fucking wand down, man. Why have you got your wand in your hand?
It's your fault for playing a Harry Potter. That wasn't me. You decided to play it. And I thought, well,
Ollie's got a wand in his hand now.
yeah, obviously.
Okay, don't you dare. I know that's something. Should we move away or should we take one more from that game?
Nah, take it. Oh, yeah. Just keep them coming. I could do it all day.
Okay, let's take this one.
So over the shit that gets hung on Melbourne repeatedly. Yes, that last quarter wasn't great. No joke. But we, again, played 10 players under the age of 22. No one's talking about that. All we're hearing is, oh, Hawthorn's so young and they're so great. And North Melbourne are rebuilding and they're so young. These teams have been doing this shit for years. As soon as we start to do it and try and rebuild a little bit on the run and blood some young players, we're getting some older players, yeah. And Clayton sometimes is a bit out of form. But, oh, my God, the accolades this dude has won. And people just jump on him all the time. So over it. I wish we had, like, a bloody person like you, Dan, who would stick up for Melbourne. I mean, we've got some celeb followers like Hamish Blake, etc., but no one sticks up for him. I'm just so sick of it. So sick of it.
You won't believe this. You're shit out of luck because I'm not going to stick up for him either. No, you know what? I don't know who that is. I don't know the names on that one. But the thing is with the other rebuilds, they put up like the signs when you do construction and say, hey, we're building. Here's a town planning. Here's approval. Yeah. Melbourne, you didn't have that at the start of the year. So you can't just go into like having a nice building and then going, you know what, let's just demolish it and start again mid-season. So that's where the argument stops there for me.
Yeah.
And I know maybe Hamish Blake does need to throw his support more behind them D's.
Yeah.
I see him when they're up and about. I don't see him when they're, struggling like this.
I think that's the most perfect metaphor. If you're going to work and over the Christmas break, your company says to you, hey, here's the thing. We're rebuilding the site, so work from home for the first 2 months of the year. You're prepared for it. You understand what's going on.
Yeah.
But if you turn up at your office and the whole building's been flattened.
I forgot to tell you, we're going to just rebuild a bit and there's going to be some young kids here. You'd be like, okay, well, maybe just a bit of heads up would have been nice.
Yeah,
so that's where the argument starts for me. Look, totally. I'm trying to throw my weight behind as many teams as possible. I tried with Essendon for a week. Yep. Absolutely hated it. Fucking horrible experience. They proved me right. And I've now got permission to go off on them, which I will later in the episode, which the Essendon fans have granted me. I said 1 like on this comment and I get to abuse you guys and I got like 1,000. So that's 1,000 times positive for me.
Good.
So I'm going to try and be positive about the Demons in the review of this game.
Okay.
Which I'm not sure if I am now I think about it, but we'll see.
All you can do is try.
I mean, that's what life is, really trying. All right, let's go to some more here. We've got a lot to get through. We've got another 7 here, but we'll see how we go for time. Ella.
Is it stupid to take grand final week off now? Should I wait? Colton are really making me think I should take grand final week off right now. Is that too premature? I don't know.
I'd just be putting some leave in and letting them know for sure.
I think realistically, the worst case scenario is if Carlton aren't in it, you still get the week off.
Yeah, true.
So
well, I mean, that
yourself,
does help, doesn't it?
Little Dan, Big Ollie.
I hate that already. Sorry, just stop. I hate Little Dan so much. Stop. I'm not all for vetoing things on this potty, but if Little Dan catches, I'll be absolutely ropeable.
Little D.
And if they call you Big Ollie, who is this? Let's find out who it is. I hate it already.
You're doing well. My name's DJ, big Fremantle Dockers fan from Queensland.
Wow.
Bit unique. But anyways, still trying to find the book of the Dockers because it's very hard to read us. Like, yes, we beat Sydney, but knowing the Dockers, we'll probably shit the bed at home next weekend. But you know what? Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm sick of being let down every year because guess what? This year isn't the year that the Dockers are going to let me down. Because, Dan, all you Carlton shitbags thinks it's too easy. Wait till you get Freo in the finals. I don't give a fuck if it's Melbourne. I don't give a fuck if it's in Perth. Hell, it could be a fucking COVID infection again and we could play the game in fucking Mumbai, India, mate. The Dockers are rocking to the grand final. And if we have Carlton in the grand final, mate, you're done. And I can't wait to see the tears fall down your eyes.
Hey, who the fuck are you talking to?
You will be the first ever team to lose to Fremantle in the grand final. And you'll have to
losing it.
Keep that forever in your history. In Carlton's history, they will be the team that gave Fremantle their first ever flag. I look forward to seeing you there on September 28th. Because it's going to be a fucking glorious day when it happens.
See, I just love the hotline because you can either you can start strong and lose your way.
Yeah, massively.
It exposes
wheels came off.
people
there,
who are
didn't it?
built for this and people who aren't built for it. Now, DJ, I hated it from the start. Little Dan hated it. Then he was talking about Freo, then abused me, came back to me, and didn't miss me. Freo, listen, you're a good team. You're third. Didn't expect it.
Nope.
But you saying that you're going to beat us in a grand final, I don't want to sound negative here or aggressive, but if we get Freo at the MCG, wiping our asses with you.
Yeah.
I think Freo fans might expect that as well, the way things are looking at the moment. It could change. There's two months to go of the season. Maybe it changes, but we'd love to have you at the MCG.
Oh.
That's our fault. Haven't you been watching the last 4 weeks? What we're doing there? So thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. I love your passion. I really do. I hate little Dan. Let's not get that going at all.
Just a big fish here, mate. Big snapper from Port Phillip Bay. Look, I didn't know if I was at the Comedy Lounge or not at the MCG today, but yeah, the Tiger supporters, they were excited at half time. They thought they had a chance, but little did they know that Baby Goat and Senior Goat were just going to put on a show in that third quarter and really blow them away. I mean, that was the comedy right there, watching Richmond fucking get pantsed. Even better is when Collingwood lose to Gold Coast and Essendon lose to Geelong and the umpires. I mean, fancy Essendon just blaming the umpires. I mean, that's more hilarious than Richmond thinking they had a chance against Carlton today after being down by 2 goals at half-time.
Just ruffling.
Anyways, Dan, have a great week, you fucking sexy bastard. I love you.
Good on you, Snapper.
Wow.
Didn't miss Essendon and Collingwood there and a chance to gloat, or Richmond.
That intro was a man clearly built for the hotline.
Built for it, yeah.
Like,
see, that's when you know people are built and some people aren't for it. Who else are we going to throw to here? Anthony Tatchell. Anthony.
G'day, Dan. Just Anthony here, mate. The one single Fremantle supporter in Victoria. Called a couple of weeks ago, actually. Just talking about how I was wondering why you took back saying that we're boring. And I questioned it then. Well, mate, fuck you. How fucking good are we? Jesus Christ. Sydney, not actually that good. Fluffy, who the fuck is that? Who needs Fluffy when you got Fife on one leg, fucking Sam Sturt doing his thing? Fucking hell. Luke Jackson just with sick tats everywhere. I don't see how we don't win it, basically. I think we win it from here.
You know what I love so much about this shit?
Great what you're doing. Good job.
Thanks, mate.
Might smell.
Ollie
might smell.
Might smell. You know what I love about this is that every week it just goes from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
You can be in the bottom of the ladder and you have one win and you think you're going to win the flag. That's what we've built, Ollie, and it's just unbelievable to see.
It's beautiful.
All right, Georgia.
Hey, Dan. It's a disgruntled Essendon supporter
Oh, no. Here we go. Fucking get ready for a left turn, absolute fucking crazy town.
I know we're on Struggle Street now. You've put us on Fraud Watch. Oh, so scary. But I also just thought I'd jump on here and let you know that I think the lid needs to kind of go back on for the Blue Baggers, the Flag Blues supporters, because I actually want to put Carlton on Fraud Watch this week.
Oh, no.
Just with a little bit of their patterned
Playing a dangerous
behaviour that they're
game.
demonstrating with their wins, they're actually kind of not that indifferent from Essendon's results. Let's kind of have a look over the season, you know. You had a good win tonight. You beat Richmond solid. I mean, big improvement from your 5-point win at the start of the season because it was touch and go there for a while. But, you know, having a look, you know, you beat the Suns, bottom 8 team. Oh, you lost to Sydney. Well, I mean, Sydney are in the league of their own, but you beat Melbourne by 1 point. They are also currently a bottom 8 team. Oh, you lost to Collingwood. I believe Essendon drew with Collingwood. So, you know, just putting that side by side, kind of a little bit to look at. Oh, you lost to Geelong. Oh, that's not ideal. Oh, you beat WS, bottom 8 team. You lost to Adelaide. Last I checked, Essendon beat Adelaide. So just want to throw it out there for you. I think the lid could, you know, kind of tighten up a little bit. And I'm putting the Carlton Blues on Fraud Watch this week. Thanks.
No worries. Thank you, Georgia, for calling in.
Rocky, but she made some good points.
I mean, interesting. I think Essendon and I haven't seen eye to eye on anything really, but I think every Essendon fan except for Georgia would agree with me that is probably a weird take.
Yeah. Delivery wasn't great, but I do see her point.
I get the comparisons.
I think there's an argument there. But I think when you're sitting 11-4 in second,
it's hard to pot from. Yeah, it is. I mean, again, I have to come down to this conversation with Essendon fans. Okay, down the ladder I come. Okay, look, love it. All about discussion. So if you want to put us on Fraud Watch, you can. Again, weird putting us on second on Fraud Watch after we've won, I think it's the last month of football by an average of 43 points.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit weird. Should we do one more?
Let's do one more.
One more.
Love it.
I don't know who this is. I'm just picking one here.
G'day, boys. My name is Dom. I live in Adelaide, and I just finished the Port Saints game. I had a big night last night, so I'm a fucking vegetable today. But I tell you what, Matt Hill's commentary gets me revved up every single fucking time. If he's ever on, I just want to get back on it, sink 48 beers, and chuck 10 grand on sports.
Oh, man.
Like, he turns the graveyard shift into something listenable and exciting, and I love it.
And I will mention gamble responsibly
Massively
when
responsibly.
you do that. Massive amounts of gamble responsibly. Yeah, he's great, man. And he is coming on Wednesday's ep, which is great intro. Great little segue.
That's perfect.
That's perfect.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so everyone, he's great. He makes the graveyard amazing. That game would have been tough yesterday to watch, but having Matty Hill on it was a game changer. He's on. We're excited about this. So Wednesday, the big man's here.
I'm trying to think what we can do. And now he's king of the graveyard. Maybe there's sort of an Undertaker sort of situation we could do. I don't know.
So many questions for him.
Yeah.
We'll leave a little question box of what people want to ask, so then we can kind of, it can do the people's interview as well. But we're keen. He's changed the game. Very, very keen to get him in here.
Yep, I'm excited, mate.
We'll ask if he was a Harry Potter fan. I fucking doubt it.
You'd be surprised.
No, yeah, I would be if he was. A little bit of not football here. LeBron drafts his own son to the Lakers, which is just, to me, I found a little bit, not weird, but...
What didn't you like about it?
Well, he clearly is a 55th pick. Has there ever been more hype around pick 55? I get what the Lakers are doing. Unbelievable marketing strategy. So smart. They're going to make millions, if not $1 billion out of this thing. Out of jersey sales. Sponsors want to be on the court now, court side, around the place. So that's so smart. And I love that because I'd probably do the same thing if I was head of marketing there. But dynamic-wise, chemistry, we know chemistry is a big thing. Is Bronny calling him dad on the court? Is LeBron calling him son? Like, hey, son, dad needs Dally here. Dad needs 5 points.
Daddy.
You know? Dad needs this. Are they going to like celebrations after the game? What's the go? Are they showering together?
Yeah, that's the big one.
That's
right?
the big weird one.
Yeah.
Weird. So if you missed it somehow and you live on a rock, he will become one half of the first ever father-son duo to play in the NBA as he joins megastar father LeBron James of the LA Lakers. While it was widely expected the Lakers would have selected Bronny with their final pick of the 24 draft, it didn't stop fans wide and far from calling out the move as nothing more than nepotism at its finest.
Yeah. Yep. You know what? From a serious point of view here, I can't remember who was talking about it, but they made such a great point that in America in particular, the nepotism when it comes to white people has been around for so long on the biggest stage. And it's kind of a really big moment where the black culture can have a moment of, nepotism as well.
Yeah.
So it's almost, there's a cultural movement element around it as well.
True.
That's a bigger picture. I also think that LeBron's been talking about it for a long time. That's the one thing he wants to do before he retires. We've all been incredibly prepared for this. And also pick 55. I wouldn't be able to name you one player that was pick 55 that's gone on to do incredible things anyway.
True. I think the big thing is where the Lakers are, and they're maybe not in a window, but to win another championship. Was that the smartest move for them? Like, is he going to come in and play a role, or was it just literally LeBron being like, hey, I need my son to play with me or I'm out? LeBron was always going to, if it wasn't Lakers, it was going to be someone else, and Lakers would have up and left. I mean, LeBron would have, because he was out of contract. I think hasn't picked up his player option, so he was like, I'm going where my son's going. And like you said, he made that known to everyone. We knew that. So the fact that it's Lakers, cool, great. But as a Lakers fan, I was like, okay, is he going to is he playing a role, or is he going to be like Giannis' brother, who's just on the team and everyone knows that's just Giannis' brother and he's there because Giannis said, my brother's playing on the team.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird that there's only been, and I thought this was stupid, but can you look up how many NBA players there have been in the total NBA? I thought it'd be thousands. I think it's like 800.
So what, just how many people have played in the NBA?
NBA.
How many people?
How much would you think right now before you see the answer?
Okay, NBA started when do we think?
30, how many teams? 30 odd teams?
I would say 40,000.
Okay, go.
Would be my
Google it.
guess.
That's so many players, man.
Oh my God, 4,000.
Yeah.
4,374.
Yeah. I think I didn't guess 40,000. 40,000 is a lot of players.
Yeah, but they go through people left, right, and centre.
Yeah, but
and
they recycle so often as well.
And like G League players get up for like a 30-minute.
Yeah, 4,000 is that's low. I would expect way more.
Really low.
Way more.
And NBA was created here, 1949.
Yeah, so
been around
only
for
4,000
ages.
players. You know how elite you have to be to make the NBA?
No wonder they earn so much money.
Next level. They deserve it as well. Wish I played NBA. Stengel just got 3.5 million big ones.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely got that bag. Geelong Live Wire forward Tyson Stengel has signed a 5-year deal to remain at Cardinia Park long term as Rivals' big money bid has been revealed. So Stengel had attracted significant interest this year as a unrestricted free agent, but he'll stay in the hoops till 2029. Of course they did. The Saints are understood to have offered Stengel approximately $4.5 million over 6 years, coming out to $750,000 per season. It was a longer, more lucrative deal than the Cats reportedly tabled. $3.5 million over 5 seasons work out to $700,000 a year.
So we must have missed something, right? Because from your understanding, it was he will go to literally whoever offers
Literally said the highest bidder. And
Yeah.
you know what? Maybe because we know that Eddie Betts' wife is his manager, maybe that was just a bargaining and power move to say,
Yeah.
look, he's on the move. He'll leave. They might have come with 600s. They say this piece gets out of the media. Oh, no, how'd that get out? Now he wants 700, 750. So the Cats were always going to have to come back with something.
Yeah, okay.
Which is, I actually rate, very smart by them
Yeah.
until they did. So congrats to Tyson and the ATO.
Yes.
Getting paid again. So they're the big winners as well. The Saints are just swinging at everyone, aren't they?
No one's safe.
What a time to be alive if you're a free agent. You
Yeah.
could be a third in line ruckman, not getting the game, not even getting a kick in the VFL, and Saints will come with $1 million for you.
Oh, yeah. Look
Just,
out.
what are
We're
you guys
coming, baby.
doing there? You need to get someone this year. If you don't get someone, remember that year where North went after everyone and got no one? Could the Saints be that team?
That was pretty sad, wasn't it?
It was sad. Could the Saints do the same thing here? Was there too
No,
much money
but-
there for someone not to get?
Well, there's too much money and too much potential with the list we've got.
You start locking away your list as well. Tassie's coming in. I think
Yeah.
what everyone's going to do now, the AFL, all the teams are going to start locking in their lists now because the AFL is going to give Tassie so much compensation, so many draft picks, more money to go out and people. So
And
you'll see now
yeah.
that these deals are going to get bigger and longer because they're so scared that Tassie's going to come in and take
And
them.
I'm worried about players like Ari Showmaker. Like, he has shown a bit in his 2 games.
Yeah, he's shown maker a
Tassie-
bit.
Yeah, the cobbler.
Yeah, what?
The cobbler.
Oh,
Make shoes.
okay. I thought, yeah, different thing.
Come on. Were you worried I dropped another quote?
No, I thought you were talking about eating corn the wrong way. But that's just in my own head.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, well done. Saints will get someone. They'll get someone.
Yeah, of course we
They
will.
will. Still got English
Yeah,
at the
but
table.
you
Not
say,
getting him.
You say that like...
I just don't think you're a place that people want to go.
But then...
You're at fucking Moorabbin.
Yeah.
What's in Moorabbin?
Well...
Airport?
Yeah, there's a little
That'd
airport.
be good. Flight out of there.
You say it like...
Even
it's
Saints fans would be a big question. Like, hey, does anyone want to come to this club?
No, but I
this
don't-
absolute pile of heaping, steaming poo.
Dan, okay, if you're being drafted, you're saying that if St Kilda drafted you, you'd say,
I'm
no,
out.
I'm all right. I'd
No,
actually
thanks.
prefer not to play
I
AFL.
decline.
I'm just going to not be drafted.
I mean, no. If we're being realistic, no. But it would cross me. Like, do I want to say this to them? You'd be going. I want to play AFL football, but do I want to go to the Saints?
That's hard.
I'm not sure about it. But what's one positive that's come out of this year for the Saints? You're going to say Darcy Wilson. I know you are. What else have you? What else? As you honestly sit there, we know what you do with the
Yep,
Saints. You
yep.
look at them from a different angle.
Yep.
What can you actually say? Hey, the Saints have nailed this year, and I'm proud that we've gone in that direction.
I think probably defensively, I feel very, very, very good about what
Got me.
Josh Battle and Callum Wilkie have been able to do.
Well, you can say that Wilkie will be there next year. Battle's gone.
Yeah, maybe, but you
No,
know,
no. Like I've confirmed.
well, he's
gone.
told you.
I mean, pretty much.
He's virtually told you. I've also learnt that. Well, I don't. Yeah.
I get you. You know what, your defensive stuff. I understand. I get that completely. You lock teams down. You make games as boring as possible, and I respect it because it's a hard thing to do to actually be that disciplined and structured in defense.
Yep.
And I respect it a lot. I don't like it. I think it's a dog's breakfast watching, but to do it and for everyone on the team to act it out.
Yep.
Respect. Tick, tick, tick.
Yep.
Other than that,
Oh, I think we've learnt that this is the big year that we can rely on Raul Marshall.
lock
for
him
sure.
away. Lock him away.
For sure. Like you, 9 times out of 10 will trust him against most ruckman, I'd say.
Yeah.
So
he's been a shining light.
There's a couple of
When you BNF.
the MC's been unbelievable.
Yeah, true. It has been good. Pom-poms have been good.
Pom-poms have been unbelievable.
What's up with Max King? What are you seeing from down the ground?
Well, I'm sure we'll get to it, but there was that moment where he missed within the goal square.
That's hard to do. It was Cameron Ling vibes from back in the day.
It is hard to do, isn't it?
It is like, I'm telling you, mate, I bloody played out there.
Yeah.
That's hard. Oh boy, Prince Perth, $18 million deal potentially for Harley. Vic clubs have indicated they're prepared to pay $18 million over 10 years to try and secure Eagles prodigy Harley Reid. It's believed West Coast would need to hand Reid a fourth-year deal worth as much as $2 million, but they are currently only willing to offer $1.5 million. So much money for a kid that's not even 20. You know, like, has he got his full license yet?
Yeah. It could be on his red piece.
Crazy. To convince the former Nine pick to re-sign beyond his current mandatory three-year contract. Three-year contract. So he's on like 130 at the moment. 130K, and now he's getting this money absolutely thrown at him. Reid is in no rush to resign, given the potential of his price only increasing amid his current trajectory and enormous upside. That's a lot of money that a Vic club. I think Saints will fucking do it.
Oh, would you not though?
No, in that one you actually would.
Yeah,
you actually would. 18 million for 10 years. That is crazy money for a kid that's played what?
Was it 15? 15? Yeah,
he was banned for 13 games.
Yeah.
14 games?
Yeah, they rested him in.
You know what?
Yeah.
He's one of the kids, the only player in recent times. Buddy was more established. Gaz was more established. These longer contracts, people have played enough football to see what you're going to get out of them.
Very true.
But for Reid to take a gamble with $18 million on a kid that's 19 who's played 13, I love him as much as the next bloke, but I'm thinking, hey, he could do a knee.
Yeah.
I hope touch wood he doesn't, but something could go wrong. He could form could fall off. He could just be. It's a lot of money to put in a kid.
And it's a great point you make with Buddy, because I still remember, I mean, the world's changed a lot since that Buddy deal, but when he signed for Sydney, even then we were critical. Well, I felt like we were like, what, really?
Yeah.
That much money for
and
that
he was
long?
Established.
And he was unbelievable.
Yeah. So crazy. I mean, as a club, as a Saints, St Kilda or a North, who else down there? Eagles would have to match it. Push come to shove, you'd have to match it.
Yep.
You'd be saying, well, we have to pay it. Just because of what he's showed us so far. He's only going to get better, obviously. But that's crazy money.
And by the time he signs it as well, salary cap goes up.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So
New CBA deal
more,
comes in. And maybe that's why everybody knows. CBA deal comes in, he gets more money.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive with the Prince of Perth. I don't want to... This is on the run sheet, but I don't know if we want to talk about the umpiring again. It was pretty bad on the weekend.
It was pretty bad. Are you just sort of getting a bit over...
Well, I think everyone's just frustrated. It was noticeably... Overall, this round was bad. It's noticeably worse. Sure. I think we can all agree on that. So let's come up with a solution. What are we doing to help them? Mm-hmm. And it's going to sound so dumb me saying this. I sound stupid even thinking about it. Do we put more umpires on the field to help them out?
Okay. Are you thinking on the field or boundary?
Just on the field, boundary, whatever, because they're missing so many things. They're missing handballs that are actually throws. They're missing to hold the balls. They're missing touches now off boots.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Is that bad to say let's have 6, 3 in each half?
Well, I mean, the ground's so big. You're not going to...
I just don't know what the solution is. It actually, watching it this week, it looked like the game's too quick for them now.
Yeah.
To adjudicate. You're asking a bloke 50, 60 metres sometimes to make a call. It's a pretty big ask.
I think it's a great idea. Can they financially afford more umpires? Because as we know, they're not even full-time. So can they...
Well, maybe this is the umpires, given it's been so poor, striking or the equivalent of a strike.
Imagine
that. Is this an inside job for the umpires saying, hey, let's be as poor as we can so the AFL has to do something about it? The first thing they do is offer us full-time gigs. Super. Annual leave. Training, better facilities, better work standards, meal allowances, travel allowances, hotel allowances, stripper allowances, off-season, Mad Monday. It could be an inside job for the umps at the moment.
I think it's a great idea, Dan.
I don't
think you sound as stupid as you think.
Well, I sound stupid to myself.
Well, you sounded stupid when you said, I sound stupid just thinking
Internally,
about it.
my voice sounded dumb.
Okay, right.
That's what I was going with that. Yeah. Well, we saw the Essendon game. Did you see any of that Essendon game? That 10-minute patch in that game. And we'll talk about it. Essendon, you were so hard done by, as harsh as it has been of you. I'd be like, hey, that was bad for you guys. I really felt for you. The one with Menzies I think it was,
Yep.
going over the line.
Yep.
Horrible. If that is a rule, the 3 metre got to be under pressure within 3 metres before you take it over. If that's a rule, let's help the umpies out because that hasn't been paid all year.
No.
Put a line in the goal square.
Great idea.
Just not a full line across, just a mark so they
Yep.
can see it.
Could almost look a little bit like the key in basketball.
Yeah,
Like just visually.
Yeah, just one of those marks so that we can also everyone can see it. Like,
Yeah.
hey, okay, like
That is a bloody good idea.
Thanks, man. I'm full of them.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah, so let's help them out a little bit. The other ones
Yeah.
were just horrible. So let's pray. Look, let's hope Laura gets them down. She sits them down and says, hey, well, as a unit, we need to be better.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm max scoring at the moment. They keep wheeling me out to the media. I'm defending us. My voice, I've got throat awareness.
Yeah.
I need some help here. So I really do hope that this round, let's get behind them this week, guys.
Yeah.
Let's try our hardest to get behind them. And if
they're still shit.
If they're still shit, we'll come in here and torch them again.
Yeah.
Okay? This is crazy what Sydney are doing. So Sydney haven't won a first quarter since round 9, which is weird for a team that's, they now lost 2 games of the year.
11.
More than that, 12 and 2?
13 and 2.
13 and 2. So they haven't won a first quarter since round 9 and they're 13 and 2. The club is looking into what's going on. And they honestly are going to start looking. This is so ridiculous.
So this isn't a joke?
This is legit.
Okay.
It's such an overreaction, but they're going to look at if the players are switched on coming out of the race for the first quarters because they're smiling, they're having a good time, they're doing the Darcy Moore type stuff, the Richmond gags. So Sydney, as a footy club, go, well, maybe this is the reason why we're getting pants in the first quarter, and they're going to see what's happening pre-game and if they can do anything about it.
Internal investigation.
Yep, inside job, which I think is so crazy. Like, just let the players do what they want to do to get themselves up. It's worked for you. You've been so good. You're the hottest team in town.
I mean, have a look at maybe the neighbours. Like, I mean, you investigate what may be going on with the Giants or, with
but you
the
don't,
Crows or the Hawks.
You don't do an inside job to yourself and you go on that well.
Not when you're 13.
That's not
2.
on. Yeah, I know. So that is crazy. It has the people who say but I think it's more of an old school thing. People saying you can't smile a joke going out to the ground, but
so boring hearing
just
that.
let them do what they want.
Like, do you not think that just playing 10 minutes of AFL football, I'd have like the most fun I could ever have?
Yeah, big smile on your face.
Just enjoy it.
I mean, it depends if you play where you play. There'll be some teams that I'm not going to name any teams. There would be some teams that have red in them.
Yeah,
that would be a bit difficult to have a smile on your face.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, could be any of those teams.
It could be any of them. Could be the Fruit Tingles.
Yeah, well, maybe. Let's get in the round review now. The first week of having 2 games on a Saturday started at the same time. So, horrible. Mm-hmm. Absolutely horrible. I don't know if did you try and experience it or you went to the games?
No, because remember did you forget we were supposed to have one each?
I remembered when I was putting this stuff in, so I will let you take the reins on. Which one again?
North versus Dogs.
Yeah, you can.
I didn't watch it, so it was like...
Great, so I'll do it. It was horrible as a spectator.
Yeah,
on
it was
the couch.
bit on.
It's just like I'd have the screen on one and then like my phone up or the laptop. Like I can't listen to dual commentary. My eyes were going different ways. My ears were going different ways. It was hard to tune in. So Friday night, Brisbane-Melbourne. Brisbane absolutely stole this game. 5-point winners. And let's hope that Maxi's taking a few lozenges and he's getting ready to wheel himself back out there.
Feel for him.
Feel for him. You know what he's going to do. He's going to go out in the media and say they've learned again, and it's going to be the same old for poor Maxi. So really thinking of him. And Brisbane did everything they could do to lose this game. Like they did not want to win this thing. I went on Melbourne's IG just to get a feel for things.
Yeah.
I think this comment summed up literally every feeling on their page and how they felt post game. If Harry P plays one more AFL game, I'll run out into the field and take him out myself. Kick 04, we've questioned if he was a forward before. Kick 04, I think he's kicked like some crazy poor amount of his set shot conversion. So he kicked 04 when they needed just one of them to go through. One to go through. And they looked unbelievable though for 90 minutes, the D's. This is where I'm trying to be positive about them. Cozzy Pickett was good. Clary was back in form. Lever and May held everything down. So it looked like the Melbourne of old. And then after 90 minutes, they decided, let's take the sheets off. Take a few laxatives, just shit them. And boy, there was just poo everywhere. Like, just stopped. Second week in a row. Haven't kicked a goal in the last quarter. Which again, like Max King from the goal square, hard to do.
That's way more worth an internal investigation than why are we a little bit too happy in the first quarter for the side.
Yeah, why are you not that happy in the last quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah. What have we done to make you what have we done to make you so unhappy in the last and not even turn up?
Yeah.
Do you see Neil Bullen watching too much Origin with that try scorer?
Yeah.
Just scored a try, then McCluggage converted Didn't even attempt to fumble it. And normally those ones you attempt to fumble it and you get over the line, but he literally concrete stiff legs over and to touchdown.
It had shades of the standing hamstring in the cricket.
Yeah, just went over. Just crazy. It was just like, and then, you know, good on McCluggage, ice in his veins to go back and be like, I'm going to nail this.
Yeah.
Like, so stiff a nil ball, and I know he's trying to do it, but just looked like he scored a try.
I've been having trouble trying to pronounce this, but everyone's saying Hugh McClutchage, which I like. McClutchage, yeah, which I like.
It's a bit like Adam Waduze. It's hard. It'll catch on.
It'll get there.
It'll catch on.
Adam, what do you say?
I've never been more sure of anything in my life. I mean, the Carlton Premiership thing was one.
Yeah.
But I wholeheartedly believe that May and Lever will bash each other on the field one day. Like the way they talk to each other, it's got me. I'm tense in the lounge room.
Yeah.
When they're talking, it's like, okay, the thing's going to ball over here.
It's like mum and dad
It's
going,
a lot.
no.
And there was like, oh, no, it's just how they talk to each other. One of them's going to throw a fist one day.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. It's a lot.
And they are two very angry kind of guys.
And it's just funny because it's always someone else's fault as well. It's never their fault, but it's always someone else's.
Yeah.
The breakdowns come from somewhere. It's just every game, you can guarantee that. Melbourne at the moment to shit him in the last and May and Lever to come to Blues.
You'd imagine if it's going to happen, it's got to happen soon.
They're close. If the way things are going with this team and it's coming in thick and fast, I mean, the Lions kicked 20 points, so no wonder they were a bit on edge.
Yeah.
It's going to happen soon. And the Lions were just coming all game. They looked really slow from the start. They're fortress. They've been coming all year now. They're now in the top 8, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is wild in the top 8. So they're going to still make a real fist of this thing. I've still got them top 4. I think they come like an absolute wet sail.
That'd be hard to move up 4 spots from here, but it's doable.
They've got a good run. They've got a really good run. Yeah, they're really favourable. They're in form. No one's really missing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kitty Coleman is, and he's been huge for them, but they put Zorko down there now to play that role. Their forwards are dangerous.
I mean, they'll beat the Crows at home next week.
Yep.
Week after, they've got the Eagles.
Yep.
Then they got they don't have the Saints. Then they got the Swans, so that could be difficult. Yeah.
I mean, man, 3rd to 13th is just cooked. That's going to be a real fight.
Oh, there's got a good Q clash coming up.
Is there? That's
round
big.
20.
That's big. That's a bit of venom in that one. And the Q clashes don't normally have venom. It's fake venom.
It's faux venom.
Yeah, it is. You know, gummy teeth. This
Yeah.
is going to have some real teeth out gnarling. Have you seen 3rd to 13th on the ladder?
What in terms of points?
Just like how log jammed it is.
So yeah, Fremantle 38 third spot to where 13th? Is it
To 13th, yeah.
to 13th? Yeah, Hawthorn 32 points.
38 to 32. Is that what they're on?
Yeah.
Good luck every game. You know what? I think all year it's been so close where we haven't been able to get a read on teams. I think last round and after this round, you'll be able to separate frauds from contenders.
Okay.
Massively, I think.
This is the cutoff point.
I think this is the cutoff point. Round 18 will be 6 weeks to go. I think that's when you know, okay, this is where it's going to land.
Yep.
Would you laugh at you find something there?
No.
Oh.
No, I think I was just playing with my facial
Okay.
hair.
Thought something was amusing.
That reminds me. Can I just drop something in for you?
Yeah.
Figured out something weird that I do, and I know you'd like this.
Not lick your mate's moustache?
It's not far off, mate. I
my
noticed
God.
yesterday
Stiff seats?
when I was at the Carlton game, I went to the second half. When I have a beer, I've never noticed this before. When I have a beer, I put my tongue in the cup.
So your tongue in the glass.
I go, and it like cools my tongue down or something.
That
And
is
like,
so weird.
It's really no, but I know that.
Yeah.
I just picked up and I went, "What am I doing?" And then I'm kind of drinking the rest of it like a dog or a cat with their bowl. Like kind of
That is weird.
Really weird.
I find a weird thing with my big glasses as well. Bloody always holes in them when I get them.
It's just
Next is a hole in this one.
Empty.
Yeah, always weird. And then the bar's like, you got to leave, man. Like you're drinking all the beer again.
And you're like, no, my
Whatever
problem, there's a
legend.
hole in it.
I know.
Whatever legend.
Then sit on it. Take that out. Beep that whole bit out. That's what I just said. Sorry, that has to be beeped.
One down, one jam.
Yeah, no. Beep that bit out as well. No, can leave it in actually. Hey, North v Dogs, are you doing this or you didn't watch it, so I'll do it?
No, you take the lead, mate.
Okay, it's official. Unfortunately, North can't make finals.
Yeah.
Statistically, they're done, which is flattening because they've been coming. I mean, good 3 weeks.
Yep.
Good post-buy. They've been really good. Hey, the Bond is... he's not from this world. So he had the flu game the week before, just turned it on. Had a back spasm game, and this week has turned it on again. So if he decides to have like a no arm and leg game, we're cooked as a league. He's got to be close for the Brownlow. He's paying $5 on Sportsbet for the Brownlow. He's going to come. No one's going to take votes off him. Could this be the year a 28-year-old Bont who is got all sorts of problems with him wins it? And we'd all love it. If I think the AFL would appreciate him winning one.
Oh, God, yeah. How much would they love it?
He's got it coming, yeah. What he's doing is he's literally just dragging him over the line.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people would compare players. I mean, I think people try and compare Bont and Nick Dacos. Dacos is 21 years old.
Yeah.
Can we not do that? If you want to compare him to like a Cripper.
Yep.
Or something like that. Very similar in the same
totally
stage of their career. I hate that comparison because Bont and Dacos, he's 21.
Yeah.
Like he's still figuring out what he can do. He's so good. Just let him do his thing.
Yep.
But the Bont has been, for me, he's the best player in the league.
Yeah.
Just what he does.
His leadership qualities are unmatched.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
hot.
And hot.
Good looking tat.
Yeah.
Weird
couple
tat.
of chest tats.
He is just if you can sit down and have the time to do this, watch a doggies game and watch what he does to this team. It is just something to just respect the hell out of.
Yeah.
And I respect him and I love him. I'd love to kiss him. He's a dog. That's what I meant to say.
Freudian slip.
So dogs at Marvel, you've been saying this big time. When they're on their track, they're hard to stop. That link-up play is crazy, crazy good. Lob went down back.
Yes.
We didn't know what they were going to do with him. I thought they were going to drop him.
Yeah.
But they bloody lobbed him down back. So they tried Darcy. Didn't work. Everyone's saying Norton down back would be better because he's played there before. But Lob might be the go. He might be the first $1 million player, to go from the forward. Sign as a forward and then flick down back.
Yeah. Why not?
He was very, very good. Very good. Along with Liam Jones, good combo to have if Lob can try and secure that halfback spot. Jonesy's a brick wall. This was a guy that was playing at Palm Beach a couple of years ago because of the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't want to get the jab. So you know how hard it'd be to go back to Palm Beach, play amazing football, get drafted back to the AFL and not miss a beat at 32 years old. He's now 33. Unbelievable effort. And for North, they just they were great. They were really good again. But when you start, there's some light in the tunnel now, North, and our shin boners. Now, look, the shin boner isn't tuck it into the waistband level, but there's some blood.
You'd have to rearrange the
You
shin
know it's
bone.
there.
Yeah.
There's some shin boner awareness.
Yeah.
There really is. So we're not flicking it in, but we're aware that something's going on down there. It's like when you're young.
Yeah. Possible hand in the lap situation.
Yeah, when
Just,
you're young and, as a male, the females won't get this, so I apologise, but when you're male, you're like, okay, I've never noticed this 6-inch thing hanging hanging from the sternum.
Yeah.
From your
Jeez,
pelvis.
That is impressive.
Hanging from your pelvis, but it's there.
Yep.
That's where they're at. They need to now start, instead of close wins, let's get close losses, let's get a few close wins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's start converting now. Interesting tactic from Hewwood to Hewwood. Oh my God. Hugh Greenwood.
Oh, right.
To knock Wardlaw out.
Yeah.
And make him miss 2 games. Very interesting in training. Like, I'm not sure why he's that close or even going that intensity. It reeks of a VFL guy wanting a game.
Yeah.
Just trying to impress Clarko.
Okay, oops.
I know. It was a bit of an interesting tactic, but I want North to win one here. They got the Suns this week.
At home.
At home.
Marvel, yeah.
Big chance there.
Yeah, 145 slots, stinks of a North win.
It actually does. Away for the Suns as well.
Yep.
It's got, we'll talk about it in the Suns Pies game, but it's got upset.
Yeah.
All over it. Sydney Freo, hottest team in the league, and everyone's talking about how the Swans were off, and they were off, but that doesn't give Freo any credit. Freo are third. What? Third? Okay. And they came with it was from the first bounce. You knew that something was different here. So this clear game plan, and it worked. They moved the ball quickly on Sydney. Contest in the air they won. Pressured like their lives depended on it in forward line. They sat a defender off the goal square because Sydney centre bounce goals are crazy. Warner bursting out, Heaney bursting out.
Yeah.
They actually gambled and said, we're going to stop this and play it off the goal square, which is a huge risk because if it gets over the top, then you're one down.
Sure.
And they don't play like that at all. What they showed on the weekend, they never do that. They play slow possession. They build it up. They bore you to death. We said they're boring. They're always a boring team. So Sydney planned for a different Freo. And then Freo rocked up and Sydney went, whoa, we didn't see this in vision. Like, what are you doing here? That's not you guys. Like, they played quick and exciting. It was fun to watch. Like, really fun to watch.
It might be the most well thought out tactic to go, look, we'll try our best in the first half of the season, but deliberately
be poor.
lure people into a false sense of security, and then this is actually what we've been working on
It's just
secretly.
a huge gamble from Freo.
Yeah.
To be like, let's flip the script on a game plan. They're planning for us to be boring and not move the ball. And let's go and just take them on and win aerial contests. Let's move quickly on them, link up plays. Like, it's not easy for players to go and be like, okay, yeah, we can do that. It's easy at training to do. But when you're versing the best team in the league
in
Sydney, you're training on a bigger sandpit. And then you go to a smaller city to do that is so hard to do.
Oh god!
So I'm sorry, Freo, again for the second time this year for calling you boring. You absolutely nailed it on the weekend.
That's done now.
See.
The snooze tag. Like,
No, well, it could come back any time.
Okay.
That's the thing about Freo. They could put us in a snooze fest again.
but temporarily.
Up and about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sam Sturr, I don't know where he's come from. Maybe that's just me not really noticing him, but he is a player. He can do some things out there. You searching where he's from?
Yeah, I'm just having a look at him.
He's a serious player, and he's made this Freo forward line look completely different.
Well, the reason why you wouldn't know much about him, he was in the 2018 draft, and he's only played 22 games. So he's been around for 6 years.
Well, no wonder he's coming in and look like he can play because he's not
played
a new
20
kid.
games.
He's come back and he's making this Freo forward line look a lot different. Fife tagged Heaney, which I don't think Sydney even saw coming. Again, back to that. Well, why would they see that coming? Two-time Brownlow medalist is going to go and tag Heaney.
You know what they've done?
What?
I reckon they've clearly got a black magic ball.
Yeah.
You know, should Fife tag Heaney?
Yeah.
Possibly.
All
it
signs
says.
lead to
All
yes.
signs,
Yeah.
like
again, I said it at the start, like they just showed Sydney something completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different. But for Sydney, I don't think you came back and Logan McDonald had the shot on the siren and such an inside job he's going to Freo. You know, like just shanked it on purpose. Didn't get any purchase on it. Doesn't have that 55 in him. It was a pretty hard kick, actually. 55 out. I mean, he just needed a point, so maybe it wasn't that hard.
Well, well, he would have been kicking from 60.
Man of the mark was, I reckon, 49.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So 54.
Yeah, sure.
Over the man of the mark, 45-degree angle. Needs to get to the goal line. He shanked it and it's still almost crossed the line. So he needed to get it in line at least. McDonald to Freo confirmed for sure. But I don't think Sydney need to panic. I think we got a blueprint on how to beat Sydney from Freo. It's just whatever you've been doing, just do the opposite against them.
Yeah.
And it works. But there's a blueprint there now to beat them. And Sydney, you're 2 games clear on top still. So there's not panic stations at all.
No.
And you're due for one. Like, you're going to lose one.
Yeah.
You just have to lose one. And a good time to lose them. Suns v Pies, actually an unbelievable game. So the Suns win this. And again, I think it's unfair because the Pies travelled and they seemed a little bit rattled from the start. So because they don't travel often, lots of them didn't know, like, is it domestic? Is it international?
Yep.
So that's confusing.
Well, 7 players brought their passport, I heard.
They did. Well, a lot of them turned around
Yeah.
halfway to the airport and said, I forgot my passport.
Yeah.
And the coach had to say, hey, boys,
fine.
you don't need, like, it's just, we're going to say it. It's fine.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, about half the team had never been on a flight before.
Yep.
So it was very weird and a different dynamic for them. So that was a disadvantage. But the Suns are just, it's actually crazy to think that you could be so different away and then you come home and you're juggernauts. Mm-hmm. So for instance, they play North this week at Marvel, as we said. I'm picking North.
Yeah.
And they've just knocked off the reigning premiers. Like, how dumb's that?
Such a good call.
So dumb. So dumb. Like, maybe what they should do is go to the AFL and try and change every AFL stadium, the People's Choice Stadium, the name.
Yeah.
Just or something.
Just to make them feel a bit
Just
better.
to make them feel like.
Some blow up palm trees.
That's wild. I can't remember a team that's been like that ever.
Well, I think it's pretty normal that all teams win at home, really.
Imagine if they were Collingwood and never left Victoria.
Or never left Queensland,
Yeah.
Oh, they'd be terrifying.
No, they're terrifying at home. They're scary at home. Ben King is just crazy good. I don't know why. There's a lot of talk about why Darcy Moore didn't play on him. It raised my eyes when Trailer went to him.
There was also a lot of talk in the comments section about Darcy Moore. I've not seen this before, but a lot of
of their own turning on him.
Yeah, we're not happy with you, which I think is just astounding because I love it.
I think he's great. I think he All Australian last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
All Australian Premiership player. What I thought though is if you're a captain of the footy club and you know Ben King, who's second to Coleman, and you look and you got Trailer Frampton there, and then yourself because Murphy's out. I would expect the captain to go, taking him.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the anger is from. Not the anger, but the frustration is because you are an All-Australian defender and you're choosing not to play on an All-Australian forward caliber player.
Well, hang on. He's not deciding, though.
I think the captain has a huge weight about where he plays.
Right.
And they talk a lot about system and how, but you can't tell me that Frampton was a better choice to play on King than Moore.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But, Fly's got a majority share in
Well,
that
maybe
decision,
maybe,
doesn't
and then maybe you are right. Maybe they say for that instance, system doesn't work because you need the best player on the best forward.
he? Yeah.
So that's actually, a good point that you raise.
Thank you.
Which is rare.
Yes.
But I would expect being in those circles before, the captain normally goes, take it. Like Tuke Miller when I was there, pre-captaincy, moulding into like a captain-like player in the leadership groups, put his hand up and said, me.
Yeah.
Tagging roles. Ed Kerno, leadership group of Carlton, hand up, me, tag and roll.
Yeah.
So you expect that.
Yeah.
Which I get why, maybe they're frustrated. A DImma effect is real. This handball chain is, if you watch the Suns, the handball chain, what they're doing at a half-back is 17, 19, 20 Richmond Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
Just lightning off half-back and good pressure forward. So it's hard to say good job, DImma, because you are two different teams at the moment. But for what you've done at home and the way you play, unbelievable to do it in 1 year.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable. And I love that they didn't tag Dacos. They just said, let's get our two mids in the middle and start swinging at each other.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool to see. Last quarter, close games, we know what Collingwood do. And you thought, okay, Collingwood in front here, so they're going to win this game.
Yep.
Nah. Suns found another gear. Absolute another gear. I don't know if you saw the Maynard thing. Hit in the chest.
Yeah. Thoughts?
I mean, he won't get done for staging.
No.
It was questionable given what happened with May. What I think is, if you get hit in the chest, sternum area, I question the going to the ground and holding the head.
Sure.
That's where I went straight away.
Yes, that's fair.
And people are saying, no, it really hurts when you get hit there. And I have no doubt it hurts, but because of what happened last week, head,
Yeah.
I don't know. It felt like and the lead up to that was him baiting long.
Yes,
so
exactly.
he's baiting long, hitting him, long hits him, long then gets him again good. So that again gives me a case that okay, well he knew where this was going.
So it was right above it was on the pec.
Think like left, right pec. Go.
And it was
Palm. Nah, I'm good.
Didn't it?
Nah, I'm good. Okay, well, that's enough. Imagine if the tribunal ever did that.
Okay. What we're going to do
Oh, well,
is we've
case
got a
dismissed.
theatre coach in. We're going to reenact it perfectly.
Okay, so for every tribunal decision or any case that gets taken there, you and I are going to reenact it and see. So right now, you're saying we're good. That was staging.
That's that's
a fine.
$1,500 for staging.
Yeah, solved it. Well done,
Yeah.
guys. Well done, the Suns. Big win over reigning premiers, but the Pies are still coming. As much as it hurts me to say, they're still look out.
And the story of the day before we move on, the hock tour from the fan. Did you see it?
That was so fucking weird.
Wasn't it?
What'd she do? Look at her hand.
Yeah.
So Humphries has gone over for a hug.
Yeah,
And this woman has hugged him, got
Yeah.
the sweat on her hand, and licked
Yeah.
her hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you imagine if that was an AFLW player and a male did that?
Well, to be fair, it's still getting the attention that I think we're all going,
Yeah, I mean, but that if it was the other way around, that player would be banned for life.
Yeah.
The fan, sorry.
yeah.
Crazy. It was just, I looked, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's gross.
It was pretty grim, wasn't
pretty
it?
grim as. Oh, well, might do it. I'd do it to the boys. I would.
You
Kiss
so
it.
would.
Adelaide v Giants. Hey, well done, Adelaide.
Yep.
Absolute horrible season, but you guys got one here. Rankin is your forward line. Please build around him. You have to now. He just let him go wherever he wants to go. Let him do what he wants to do. And I mean, you guys have been through it this year, Adelaide fans. You really have. You've been through the ringer. We've been there. We've seen it live in action. We've seen how upset you guys are. We've seen you guys burn that shitty bridge to the ground.
Yeah.
But on Saturday, you sung across it and you held hands. All 10 of you across it because you can't get any further than that. Well done, guys. Now, did I see Rochelle with a buzz cut?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think
Did
he's
you?
gone. I think he's gone performance
I think
cut.
you did.
Which is, it's worked for him because he was actually really good. The Giants have just fallen off.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is as far as we need to go with this review of this game. Adelaide haven't played like a finals team all year. Decide round 17, let's play like a finals team. And the Giants have just fallen off completely.
Yeah.
Just no run and gun. Can't kick a big score. 2 months now without kicking 80 points. Over 80 points.
So unlike them.
So unlike them. From what we saw, weren't they 7-0?
Yeah, and now they're sitting with the same amount of points as Hawthorn in 13th.
Crazy. Just lost their sting, lost all their swagger.
Yeah.
And now they've got to play the Blues, I think, up there at NG Stadium.
That's this week, is it?
This week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's actually crazy how quickly it's fallen off.
Yeah.
We're going to be hard because we've been sitting here saying, no, the Giants, they'll come. Like, things will turn here. We've been saying, I swear, for 2 months now.
Yep.
And it hasn't turned.
Yep.
So they are frauds completely.
Yeah.
Good social media team, just very, very fraudulent behaviour from them. Geelong Essendon. Now, fraud tested both teams here. And the Bombers failed absolutely miserably. Mm-hmm. Geelong got their bunny. They always get him. Cats by 45 points, a yuck on the MCG. At least the game was like, it wasn't controversial with the umpiring, as we said. Everything was pretty above board. Yeah, it was fine. And saying that, like, you don't lose a game to the umpires.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's saying, no, the umpires could, like, let's be honest, you got beaten because you got beaten.
Well, it's possible.
It's a bit. I mean, it is a big thing for momentum to change. Like, I get that they can come away from you, but if you look at it as a whole, you guys, last quarter you rolled over.
Yeah,
it was probably away from you. Brad Scott needs to be looked at what he's doing here. Pouring down rain, pissing rain. He takes 2 rucks into the game. Mm-hmm. Harry Jones has the best game of his career. He subs him off. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know, like, is this, are we missing something here? Does Goldie have, like, naked photos of you? Like, why are you playing the 2? That's not working anymore.
No.
It's not working. It's not working. The forward line isn't working. And you had 5 more inside 50s. You'd lose by 45 points. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say this in a nice way I can, to try and describe what's going on, because the other weeks I've said stuff about Essendon fans and their team, I've been abused. But imagine Essendon as if you got in a car, and when you turn the car on, just all the lights are on. Check oil, low petrol, overheating, every light you can imagine, low tyre pressure.
Yeah.
That's where you guys are at. The car's not cooked yet, but you keep running it the same way you're running it, you're going to be fucked.
That's well said.
Yeah.
Well, and what would you do to a car that's in that situation? You take it
Shoot it behind the shed. No, you take it and get service. You look at it, say, "Hey, what's going on here?
What's going on?"
Okay, the 2 rucks, that's not working. I don't think. Let's pick one of them. Which one is it? I don't know. Oh, forward line. That's not going as well we thought. Are we a bit too tall? I don't know.
So it's time for a service.
250 games of Heppel. We didn't mention that last week. What a man.
Well done.
Beautiful man.
Yeah.
Beautiful man. Just a great man with a great soul. Been the heart and soul of that footy club for the last, what are we now? My draft here, 14 years.
Yep. He would be one of the only Essendon players, I'd imagine, that would be university liked.
We all love him. The league loves him.
A bit like a Pendlebury as well for Collingwood. You know,
I respect him.
I love Pendlebury.
I respect him. I wouldn't say love's strong.
Well, I mean, just like if you look at a team that everyone doesn't like unless you're a fan of that side, which is the case for Essendon or a Collingwood.
Like a Bond.
Yeah, but people, I don't know. It's, it's a bit neutral on the Dogs. I'm talking about like a team that people really heavily dislike if they're not involved.
Okay.
Like Collingwood.
Yeah.
It's difficult to not like Pendlebury.
I find it really difficult to like anything about Collingwood. I really do.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I respect the premiership. I respect the success, but deep in my heart, the way I'm built, it's like, oh, fucking hate you.
Can you do 3 things you like about them? Not respect, just 3 things you actually like.
All right, I'm trying my hardest.
Yep.
What do I like about Collingwood? I like that they let the Suns win on the weekend.
Yep.
I like the rear view mirror on the way out of Collingwood.
What, the suburb or the
suburb?
Yeah, you don't look like a Collingwood guy.
No.
Bit too arty for you.
Weird old town.
Bit too cultured.
I'm just scared to get robbed.
Yeah.
What else do I like with Collingwood? I like that you...
Come on. Do you like their trading facilities?
Nah, hate them.
Do you like Fly?
Nope.
Do you like the colour
I respect
scheme?
Fly, though.
Okay. Colour scheme?
Yeah, I guess.
Strawny?
And I like Strawny, that's it.
Yeah, okay.
Everything else can get
Give
in
it
the
a
bin.
go.
Geelong. Hey, this Dempsey's come from nowhere. He's my most improved in the year. Played
Yeah.
7 games the 2 years before. And if we're being honest, if he played again this year like he had prior, he's looking down the barrel of delisting. He's come in, he kicked 2 on the weekend, had 25, kicked 13 goals this year, averaging 17 touches. Been unbelievable.
That's pretty good.
Sam DeConning is their ruckman
Yeah.
going forward this year. We'll just accept that. No Reece Stanley. Thought they were going to bring Reece in.
Yeah.
Nah, Sam DeConning. He was good. He was really good against Draper and Goldstein. And their forward line looked better without the Hawk. So Cats are now 5th, which is amazing given the couple months they've had.
Yeah.
And Essendon are still in the top 4 with a percentage of 99. How have we let that happen as a league? Unbelievable. I still think they slide. Who do they have this week?
Oh, mate, who do they have this week? Friday night, Essendon versus Collingwood.
Cooked. Put them on the grill and leave them there. Charcoal cooked. Sliding down the barrel.
Yeah.
They're done.
That's going to be a great game.
Oh, they're in so much trouble.
Tipper's choice already, 81% to Collingwood. Which
That's what,
early in the week for that.
You know what I like about Collingwood? I like that.
Yeah.
That matchup on Friday night.
Yeah,
I
that's
do.
fun.
That's fun. That'd be a great game. All serious now, putting the stupid shit aside. That'd be a great game Friday night.
Cannot wait for that.
Unbelievable. That's what we love about Friday night
Yeah.
footy. Knocking off of work, having a few beers at the pub, then going home and having more beers at home, and then barking at you in the fridge. Yeah, do you want to lead this one actually? This next game? Because I fucking...
Well, you can't be bothered?
Saints v Power. Power win by 2 points. And look, the Power won. They're probably going to offer Ken another 10 years.
Yeah.
But that's their history. That's what they do. So why is it, to me, you can do your analysis soon.
Sure.
Why is it no coincidence that every boring game this year involves the Saints?
Well, not every boring game.
At halftime, the options for me at halftime during this game were I calm down and accept that the second half will be a bit rough, or I go to the kitchen, open the top drawer, I take 2 chopsticks out, and I shove them as far as humanly possible down my eyeballs. And guess what I did?
Which one?
I spent the second half in the emergency room trying to get these chopsticks lodged from my retinas.
You're very harsh. First half I thought was good.
I mean, 2-8.
First half was better than the second half.
Oh, was it? With 2-8 versus 2-6 in the second half. Did you offer any refunds to people at the game?
Oh, sad.
Hey guys, thanks for coming. If you want your refund, come to Gate 3. Marshall and Sinclair were very good. They were very good. They tried to carry the whole team.
Good. Always very good.
Yeah.
I thought Wangani Miller was very good.
Very
I
good.
thought
Damaging off
Brad
halfback.
Hill was very good.
He was. Mason Wood was good.
Mason Wood is always pretty consistent. I thought Ari Schoenmaker was ripping 45s.
Yeah.
I
think it was just your forward line just going forward. You had nothing forward,
No.
which is a surprise. I thought
Jack
Higgins would pop up.
Yeah, Higgins missed a couple early on.
King missed that one.
Yeah. Steele had the
Mitch
opportunity.
Owens always pops up for 1 or 2. He didn't really...
Yeah, he was there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
But, it's, look, very, very frustrating. And my everlasting feeling of that game was just pump us, Port Adelaide.
Get over with.
Yeah. I feel like you learn more about where we're at with a traditional pumping.
Yeah.
There's been a few games at home. There was the Fremantle game as well where they kicked like 25 points, like 25 behinds. And they still won. And I'm like, well, what am I getting out of this?
Yeah,
What am I learning here?
Yeah.
So very, very frustrating.
It's a good way to put it. It's more frustrating than learning. You're not learning a lot.
Well,
Just learning that you're just the same as you've been all year and you can defensively play well, but you can't get over the line.
But does it also suggest to you, are we learning that, okay, well, we're only 3 points away from beating Port Adelaide, who aren't a terrible side, which is good news,
That's a good takeaway when we ask you about takeaways. I mean, Port are, I think Ken said, they're a couple points outside the 8?
Yep.
Which is crazy given everything that's been surrounding them. I loved his emotion after the game.
Well, hang on. They're 7th.
Yeah, 7th. So I loved his emotion after the game. I don't know if you saw his interview, but you got teary and as much as we all come down, you got to remember these people are human. It's just a guy doing his job, and it's so more public than any other job. If you're on the tools today, or if you're in your offices this right now, we're not coming to your office and exposing you to the media saying this guy's not getting back to emails. I loved the emotion. It means something to him. I hope he fights. And you know what? I don't want them to win the flag because I want Blues to win the flag, but I hope that they have a really good back end of the year.
Yep.
And that all the narrative around him turns.
Yep.
And that maybe he can win his job back.
Yep.
Jason Horn-Francis dog. he's going to win a Brownlow. He's such a dog, man. He's figured this game of footy out.
Do you reckon?
Oh, mate, his burst of speed is like next level.
I reckon he just makes himself look busy. Don't you reckon? He looks so erratic.
Zigzagging?
He's like,
Yeah.
and
Butters
then
do the
just
same
a really
thing.
simple handball. I'm like,
Him and Butters both play like that though. I
don't get the hype.
Some of the stuff he did off ball, like I was watching, like his runs are cooked to get open side. Like he's figuring this out.
Did you see within the AFL posted his goal? Like, Jason Horn-Francis, you're unbelievable. The guy just ran sort of 15, 20 metres and kicked an open goal. I'm like,
It's not that good. Some of the highlights this week are a bit,
I'm like,
okay.
I don't get the hype around him,
That's
but
a
that's
goal.
all right.
Well done, Port. Still in this thing.
Yep.
Don't give up, Port fans. You're still right in it. You really are. Tigers v Blues.
Mm-hmm.
Blues just beat the shit out of them. 61 points. Absolute. And a lot of people saying, oh, it's only Richmond, Dan. Listen, dogs keep barking. Train keeps rolling. You can either get on or get the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
I know that's aggressive, but seriously, I don't care.
No.
We'll take anyone. You can only beat who's in front of us. They've just, I think we said it last week, the week before maybe, just a gear that we found.
Yep.
A new gear. So in the third quarter, the Blues are up by 7 points. Richmond are coming. 8 minutes later, they're up by 40 in the wet.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like, whoa.
It was moments after it started seriously sharing down. You're thinking, oh, this doesn't look good here because scoring could, hold.
Yeah, and this is a game that we normally let a team like Richmond in and
Totally.
they would steal it. So to do that in the conditions and just a mature win.
As I said, it's the maturity gear.
Yeah, real mature. So
Yep.
it was good to see a different way to win as well.
Yep.
Challenge, rain, probably don't want to be there on a Sunday in a graveyard. No one wants to be there.
No, and not really relying on Kerno. I think he got his two goals. But
there was no
or-
sense of like, hey, this is a big game.
Yeah.
Or it's Friday night, it's Saturday night. It was like, hey, you're all on a Sunday in a graveyard.
Yep.
Do what you got to do.
Yep.
And you think, we were talking about Sydney and their fluffy, you think that's scary? Cripper, Walsh, Akers, Chera, Kerno, Mackay, Wiedering.
It's a big dog.
What's that,
It's
7
it's
heads?
a lot of heads.
You think a fluffy scary? Imagine a 7-headed beast coming at you. You ever seen that before?
No.
They got a Doherty, a Martin, a 2-headed beast, come and come back. We've got beasts everywhere. We are just Elijah Holland's dog, 8-headed beast.
So, no, well, you've got 3 7-headed beasts.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. Elijah Holland's. Oh, he could maybe his. Yeah. Bag of chips for him. He's
Yep.
been unbelievable. Just, it's good. And you know what? I knew Richmond were in trouble when Orazio kicked 4.
Oh, yeah.
If Orazio's kicking 4, you're in a lot of trouble.
Good on him, though. I
Back in form.
felt really happy for him.
They played. This is so funny. So someone sent me this, and they want Adam, what do you say, to bring this in as a game plan.
Okay.
We are 2-13 and on pace to become the worst team in AFL history. At this point, think about it. If the worst player on our team, I would say everyone, just started punching and beating the shit out of every other team's best player for, let's say, a couple of seconds, then what's the worst that can happen? Everyone gets tossed. They're all the worst players on the team, so it wouldn't really matter, and their best players get hurt. Just imagine Richmond going completely apeshit on Carlton before the teammates and umpires get involved. It would be at least 3 seconds, which is a lot of time to break someone's leg or arm if they're trying really hard. Just something to think about as we approach the second half of the season.
I love the term. Just something to think about.
Just something to think. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'm just throwing something
I mean,
out.
you can. What else are you going to try at this point? Dusty subbed out back spasms.
Yeah.
Round 16. Yeah, I think it was a little. I think it was a bit of a
spasms.
can't be fucked here spasms.
Back spasms.
Yeah, I think. What's he doing? What do you think he's doing? Are his options retiring or Goldie?
I think you do both at the same time, don't you? You go to the Gold Coast
It's a good
and
place to
pretty much
put the
retire.
boots up.
Yeah.
I'm still big on him going Goldie and playing 14 games, 15 games a year.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Adam Muzay, he might actually have the hardest gig in the league with that team. So West Coast obviously need to do something about Adam Simpson, but they've got enough pieces there now with Reid and Waterman's Oscar Allen.
Yep.
So that's got some stuff there.
I think the North job, there's a lot of pressure there.
North pressure, but they've got pieces.
Yeah.
Richmond might be the hardest job.
Well, you got to save the list essentially, and it's just not going to happen.
No.
Like next year will be a completely different
They're going to turn it
Tigers
over.
outfit.
Yeah, turn it over completely.
Can I say as well, speaking of punching, someone punched me at the...
Yeah, I had that in the hotline, but it didn't come up.
Yeah. She just went, oh! She
Got punched.
She went, Dan does footy, and punched my arm. And I had 2 beers. And she went, sorry, I don't really know why I've just done
assault
that.
as well. That's
I went,
assault, so that's good.
Oh, right.
Yeah, thanks for
no
that.
worries.
Did arm now, and that's assault.
Yeah.
Last game in the genuine morgue here.
Yeah.
Eagles v Hawks. Oh, gave them that hook tour on that win.
Hawthorn.
61 points. That's a big win. Did it too easy. Eagles didn't fire a shot, and they hadn't done that all year.
No.
So it was essentially an open training session for
It was a
Hawthorn.
yucky scoreline, wasn't it?
Just an open training session in the sandpit. Just Dill Moore has a bit of him about him. 29-2 on the weekend. Ginnivan slotted in so easily. Watto, again, made the ball disappear a couple of times into like the second, third level of stands. Yeah. It was everywhere.
That ball had the invisibility cloak on.
Don't know what that means. But they're cool with it, man. They are so cool. So much swag, so much aura. The selfies post-game, like just they know what they're doing right now. And absolutely, I hope. Now, they'd be cool to see in finals. But they've got a real test this week. Geelong in Geelong. That is when we know where they're at.
First Geelong-Hawthorn game in a while that's kind of...
Got a bit of feeling in it.
Yeah,
because it means
been
something.
such a great matchup over the years.
This is a genuine test for them.
Yeah.
It's a fraud test for them, which I'm excited to see because I want them to pass it with flying colours.
Well, it's more of a fraud test for the Cats, would you say?
Well, for both again.
Yeah, I guess so.
Cats redeemed themselves on the weekend.
I mean, the Hawks are 13th, though. Dan.
The Hawks
so
are.
It's like,
it's a big test for the Hawks, though. They're
Yeah.
a cool team. They're going to do a boring as shit town in Geelong.
Oh, God. Could
Like,
you
so imagine that's going to go down for them. Eagles went back to being arse. Like, they don't do that. They haven't done that this year. Adam Simpson's dot be tightening by the round, I reckon. I don't think they'll sack him before the end of the season.
No, God, no.
They're not. I think the chance of anyone getting sacked before the season is done. Every coach is going to be safe now.
Well, okay. So we were thinking possibly Ken could have been...
They've come out and said it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been very open with Ken as well, saying, "Hey, look, this is where it's at.
Yeah,
we'll see how it go." But they last year had a super shitty run with injuries, full healthy list pretty much now, and they dished that shit up.
Yeah,
that's not on. That's not them. That's not them. So everyone who's calling for Simpson's head, just give them the rest of the year, and then you'll make a decision on what's best going forward. But if they have two more performances like that, don't even worry about the exit meeting. Just say thanks for everything.
Yeah,
but that was bad. Prince of Perth was back. Our boy.
Yep.
Reed had 21. Didn't do a lot. Didn't really fire a shot, but he's getting back in the swing of things.
Well, I was worried about this was a bit of a cobweb game.
Yeah.
And I just thought, just get him
out. Next week will be better for it.
Yeah.
It was so funny. After the game, the Eagles have a bridge as well. We have to go to Optus Stadium and see what they have. They have a bridge, but then the Freo fans decided to get in a boat and play the song. Just next level petty, and I rated it so much.
And there's the beautiful connection of them as dockers as well when they're on the boat. Like, it was very cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. Very cool with it. So, Hawks are going to make a real fist of this thing. If they beat Geelong on the weekend, look out. Flag Hawk is back.
They'd be one of the teams you wouldn't want in the Olympics. Like,
you wouldn't want to get them,
you know,
because they're dangerous to themselves and to others.
Yeah,
like they're just going 100 miles an hour, and you just don't know how to control it.
No, exactly.
So they're like a Charizard.
Okay, talk me through that. Now it's your turn to.
I just kind of popped in my head. You know when Charizard first tries to be trained, and he's just reckless.
No, not really.
Okay, well, go watch some fucking Pokemon, idiot. Hey, Gatorade Team of the Year will be up on socials this Arvo. That's our episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We're doing some crazy things here. Grand final event, get some details this month. We'll turn that up.
Yep.
We'll do the training team stuff.
Yep.
Allegedly coming out. Matt Hill on Wednesday.
Yep.
We'll get some question boxes out. So thank you, guys. We love you all. Yes?
Tattoo? Any?
Oh, yes, tattoo. So Jason wants to come in next Monday.
Okay.
So next Monday's
We're
app,
on.
we could be getting some tats live. So you want to get Stick Man?
I'm going to get Stick Man.
I want to get the empty trophy cabinet.
Yep. Where are you going to get that, do you think?
Oh, what do you reckon? Forehead? I reckon there.
Okay.
And then when they win the flag, the Blues, we put the trophy in there. Or, as Amy said before, maybe like I just put in like an award for wherever they come this year. Like a fifth place award.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but we'll see. So that's happening
good.
Monday, I think. We'll get back to him.
10K party as well. I've done some planning in my own head.
What are you at now?
850. 8,500.
So let's be honest, we probably should be having this pre-finals, this party.
Hopefully, but I've done some planning in my head. I've picked a venue.
Where's a venue?
In my head.
Give us a heads up.
Well, I reckon there needs to be special performances and guests. Like it's like a party.
Okay.
It's like a big thing. You know, if you're going to do it, make it silly.
I promise you that. What do you...
I'm thinking downstairs at the corner because then there's a stage.
Okay.
And it sort of looks like a function. And I sort of just picture Evangeline playing.
Okay, this is an expensive party now.
Come out with the fur coat and the champagne, on fire, all of that.
So this is, and you want to run trivia. You want to run it yourself.
I want to run it.
Okay.
But we can have people speaking in between the rounds.
We don't need speeches for you, mate.
Not for me.
For
no,
what?
No, it's for the party. They can talk about their own symptoms. I don't
So
need...
an open mic set up. People get up there and say something.
Well, no. Special guests.
It's going to be like the Dundies.
What's that?
Oh, The Office. Oh, my God. He hasn't seen The Office, guys. He's a psychopath.
Oh, well, I've watched The Real Office.
Ollie hasn't seen which one, the UK one?
Yeah, well, which one? Yeah,
UK's better, but America's very funny.
Well, yeah, no. Don't watch rip-offs.
Well, that's the app. Go watch some Pokemon. See you, everyone.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.